What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and earlier today, the playoff dates were announced for the first 12-team college football playoff coming up in 2024, also 2025. Those playoff dates were announced as well. And just want to do a quick reaction video. Maybe you haven't seen these dates. I'll go through them and show them to you, and again, give you my reaction. And of course, I want to get your reaction. Anytime I do these kinds of videos, I love to hear what you all think about it, positives, negatives, your thoughts. Of course, let me know down in the comments. So let's start with 2024. And of course, we still have one more year with the 14 playoff this year. But in 2024, the first round games will be on campus. And we will have one game on Friday night, December 20th. And then you'll have 3 games on Saturday. So I really like this. It really gives us another college football Saturday on the 21st. And the Friday night game, those are fun as well. So I wish that it could be maybe a little bit earlier and not so close to Christmas, because you have a lot of things going on with the holidays and family and all that. But I don't really think you couldn't really do it any earlier. They're not going to do a quick turnaround and do it on like the Saturday after the conference championship games. So this makes sense. I think it's a good spot for it. And again, I love that they're putting 3 games on that Saturday. Really, that'll be the last college football Saturday, because after that, the next round will be at New Year's. So let's go ahead and look at those next games and the quarterfinals. Those will be, you'll have one game on Tuesday, December 31st, so on New Year's Eve. And then there will be a game on 3 games on New Year's Day. So we're bringing back the New Year's Day tradition, having 3 big games, 3 quarterfinal games. I wonder what will happen to the other bowls, because you have other bowl games that traditionally would be on New Year's Day. I would assume that those are going to move and probably be on New Year's Eve. Maybe you spread them out a little bit more during the weeks. I really don't know what's going to happen with the other bowl games. But yeah, I love that we'll have 3 big games there on New Year's Day. I wouldn't mind even having 2 on New Year's Eve and 2 on New Year's Day, but I understand a lot of people have to work on New Year's Eve, and you're not going to be able to watch those afternoon games. So this is the best case scenario, I think. Everyone's off on New Year's normally, unless there are obviously some jobs where you work holidays, but most people are going to be off on New Year's Day, and so you'll be able to enjoy those 3 games. And then New Year's Eve, I guess some people do complain about the New Year's Eve games because people like to go out and go to New Year's Eve parties and all that. I guess I don't really do any of that, so it doesn't bother me. I like having that game there. I would say if you wanted to maybe change it around, you could do a game on January 2nd, do a primetime game that night. That would be the only other thing that would maybe make sense there. But I'm fine with this. Sounds good to me. Again, 3 big games there on New Year's Day. And then the semifinals, you're going to get those on a Thursday and Friday night. So at first I thought, why not put these on a Saturday? Why not have another college football Saturday? But I understand the playoffs, the NFL playoffs, that is. They're going to be on Saturday, and they don't want to compete with that. But, I kind of miss the old days back when we had the BCS, and you would have the 4 big BCS bowl games, and it was like every night was a game. You had a big game coming up every night, and they even went past New Year's Day. So you would have, like, January 2nd, you'd have a big bowl game. January 3rd, a big bowl game. You'd have 2 or 3 of those or whatever. And you got that primetime spotlight. All the attention was on that game. I liked that, and we kind of went away from that as of late. So I kind of like having a Thursday, Friday night game. That does fall in line with college football because you have Thursday, Friday night games during the season. So at first, again, I wasn't too sure about this, but now that I think a little bit more about it, I actually like this. I like having these games. You don't have to share the day, so all the attention goes to that first semifinal game on Thursday, and then on Friday, all the attention goes to that other semifinal game. And these will be in the Orange Bowl and Cotton Bowl for this first 12-team playoff. And so I'm good with that. And then finally, we go to the championship game on Monday, January 2nd. It'll be in Atlanta in 2024. This does kind of push it out a little bit further. And, it's the season's going to end later than it does now. But that's, to me, a good thing. More college football is a good thing. So the season lasting a little bit longer, I have no problem with that. And so, again, it'll be on Monday, just like it always has been. I do wish they would put the championship game on like a Friday night or a Saturday night. I guess you can't do Saturday because of the NFL playoffs, but do it on a Friday night or something, because you do have, people have to go to work and all that the next day. And they did move the games up. I think it started at like 7:30 Eastern time last year, if I remember correctly. They used to start at like 9 o'clock Eastern time, which would put the games, way past midnight. So moving that time up, that helps a lot, and that makes it not so bad on Mondays. So it'll be just like always, a Monday championship game, January 20th, and then we'll go through 2025 as well real quick. It's the same basic formula here. You're going to have a Friday-Saturday game right before Christmas, the 19th and the 20th, and then the quarterfinals will be on the one on New Year's Eve night, and then 3 on New Year's Day. Exact same formula, and then Thursday, Friday games for the semifinals, again, just like 2024. No change there, and then the championship game will be on January 19th, and it'll be in Miami in 2025. So overall, I am very happy with this. I have no real complaints. It's going to be a lot of fun to see these extra games and to see how it plays out. That's a big thing. Are we going to see some upsets potentially? Are we going to see teams not in the top 4 win a national championship? One other thing, I'll go back here. Especially in, I guess it was 2025, you go from Thursday, January 1st, and that would be a quarterfinal game, 3 of those, and then you're going to have a pretty quick turnaround. Potentially, one of those teams is going to play on the next Thursday. And one of the winners from that Thursday is going to play on January 8th. That's a quick turnaround, just 1 week. That right there is very interesting, because you've got space in between all the other rounds, but for this round, a quick turnaround. So that's one of the things to take away. Again, quarterfinal to semifinals, a pretty quick turnaround, but you get a break before the first round, and then between the first round and the quarterfinals, you get more than a week, a little bit more than a week, and then of course you'll have more than a week going from the semifinals to the championship. But your thoughts on this, let me know down in the comments below, and thanks for watching.